Hello guys, welcome to the video. Hope you're all well guys. So video guys for the Necromancer class for Diablo 4 guys. Can you believe it? Diablo 4's here. Still can't get over it, man. So guys, today's video is the Bone King build, okay? So it's a hybrid build that uses summons and Bone Spear, okay? And this thing slaps and it's really fun. Let's go through the whole spec line. Well, let's go. Go. Do you like that transmog, guys? Looks cool, doesn't it? Apparently it's the Warlord transmog. I tweaked it a little bit though. Dyed it silver. Looks cool. Right then, guys. Here we go, man. So yeah, we got loads of pets, tons of Bone Spear, loads of CC as well, actually. Tank, and the burst DPS on the thing is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts, man. Well then, guys. So let's go through the spec line first, and as usual, guys, in the description of this video there will be a skill tree guide, okay, for everything you need to know. Well then, guys. So to start off, go 1 point into Bone Splinters, and got the second point here. Once you're fully leveled, you don't even have it in your bar, you just can't refund the points, unfortunately. This is the setup we have here. But as you start off though, go this setup first, okay? So 2 points into here, guys, for good old Bone Splinters. They come down here. Then you want to max out Bone Spear, okay? Bone Spear pierces through, it just does so much damage, it's nuts. Then go here, guys, Bone Spear breaks into 3 shards and deals those damage. So when it goes to the end of the screen, it comes back in shards. And then to have Paranormal Bone Spear. Bone Spear has a 5% chance in critical strikes chance, and if Bone Spear's primary projectile critically strikes, and we do have a lot of crit in this build, it fires 2 additional bone shards are being destroyed as well. So you get loads of bone shards coming back on the screen. It's very cool. Don't worry about proccing vulnerability, it's done automatically in the build. Okay guys, then 1 point in here in Unliving Energy, and then max out in Perfectly Balanced to give you a more core damage. So these are core skills, you get more core damage if you max this out. Cost more essence, but don't worry, got lots of power gen in this as well. As you can see, I have not taken huge flesh in this build this time round. If you do have any problems with corpse generation, you can max this out. But we're getting lots of corpse from the Bone Golem, plus the Reapers, and plus killing stuff really quickly. So you should be absolutely fine. But if you have any issues, you can always put 3 points in here instead, okay? Come down here, guys, 1 point in Bloodsmith as usual. This is your oh shit button, okay? So if you get into a really bad spot, you can pop this and it will break frozen, stun, etc, etc. It makes you immune for 3 seconds. Get out of dodge and regroup. Because it's a full pet build, guys, course max out Skeletal Warrior Mastery for the extra 45% damage, life and health for your pets. Then we've maxed out Grim Harvest, so as you're spamming, as you're doing the resummon key for your pets to heal them, it will actually proc this and you'll get 6 essence per cast, okay? I had a spare point, so I popped it into Fuel Death. Okay, for the extra damage. Lovely. Then go over here, guys, to Death's Embrace. Close enemies take 6% more damage from you, and you deal 9% less damage to you, okay? So, nice little damage reduction buff there, and damage buff if you're close, which sometimes you have to do with suppressor packs, okay? Max out Skeletal Mage Master, guys. Your mage can do more damage and actually have a health bar, otherwise I die super quick. Then we've gone 3 points, guys, into Caprify. I absolutely love this thing. Even the base first point is amazing, man. So, yeah, it slows them by 40%, and they deal 20% less damage for 10 seconds. So just this skill alone helps you do much deeper content in the Nightmare Dungeons. It's really good. This is your opening skill, by the way. We'll go over rotation in a bit. Then, guys, enhance the Decrepify. Enemies hit by afflicted with Decrepify have a 10% chance to be stunned for 2 seconds as well on the lucky hit. We've got some lucky hit chance in this build as well, so you'll see the stuns going off quite often and just helps the CC. Also proc some stuff in the Paragon tree, which we'll go over a bit later. Then, guys, a Paragon Decrepify. Enemies hit while afflicted with Decrepify have a 50% chance to reduce your active cooldowns by 1 second, which is really handy, man, for over here for your corpse tendrils, okay? So this is going to reset your corpse tendrils, your blood mist, okay, straight away, which is really handy. And this spell's on a quite small cooldown as it is already at 11 seconds, okay? So you guys do that then, pop down here, corpse tendrils, okay? So basically this does a stun. It's so good, man. So you find a corpse, it doesn't consume the corpse, but it sends out like little tendrils basically, all the innards and stuff. It's pretty gross, it's cool though. And there's stuns, but it does a stun and everything like that. It's really nice. So yeah, it does stun for 3 seconds, which is fantastic, and also makes them vulnerable as well. So we go here, also does a slow, so it does stun, slow, and vulnerable, all 3 in 1 click. And it's this is how you do your big rotation, basically. So if you see a really strong pack of monsters, for general trash, you can literally just go Decrepify and cast a spear, and everything will die on the screen. It's crazy. But the stronger stuff, Decrepify, send your pets in, throw in 1 spear, kill like a weak monster, all your pets will just generate a corpse, then cast tendrils, everything gets pulled in, then just unleash those spears and just watch everything die in a few seconds. It's really, really cool. Lovely, guys. Max out your necrotic carapace so you build fortify in the build as well, so you take less damage. And of course down here, because it's a bone build, we're taking serration, compound fracture, and avulsion. Okay, so this one here gives us more critical strike chance for each 10 essence you have upon a cast. So more essence the better. Critical striking 10 times with bone skills, and you'll crit really easily with this because you get so much crit with the aspect we're going to show in a minute. Bone skills, your bone skills deal 50% increased damage for 5 seconds, and then we've maxed out avulsion as well, guys. Bone skills deal 18% increased crit strike damage to vulnerable enemies, which is happening automatically here when you cast, and also just when you're casting Bone Spear as well, because of the aspect we have on our weapon. And guys, we pop on down here, and we are using the Golem still as well. Golem's great, man. Golem Mastery, 3/3. It's giving him extra damage and life, make him durable. Okay, I've maxed out Inspiring Leader because you want attack speed on your pets because they generate more corpses from the Reaper skeletons, which is great. And Death's Defense, you must have this as a summoner because without all your pets will die instantly. Okay, so your minions cannot lose no more than 30% of their maximum life from a single damage instance. This is really, really important to max out. So that way it takes 4 hits to kill one of your pets. Okay, and then guys, I've actually maxed out this as well, Bonded in Essence. Okay. Every 5 seconds, your skeletal priest healing will heal your skeletons for an additional 60% of their maximum life, okay? So once you're blown up with your mana and bone spears, the idea is that you hold down your resummon key across all the corpses on the screen. That will heal your pets, but recharge your power bar as well. Then you do another rotation to Decrepify Tendrils and repents until everything's dead, okay? Then guys, for the main passive here, we take Ossified Essence. Your bone skills deal 1% increased damage for each point of essence you have above 50 upon cast. Okay, so the more total essence you have, the stronger this is going to become. Okay, that's the baseline skill tree there. Alright, let's go over to the Paragon tree next. And again guys, like I said, there'll be a build guide in the description of this video, so you don't have to keep re-watching the video all the time. Don't you just hate build guides without no video guys, a build guide just drives you crazy, doesn't it? Okay guys, so starting tree, I've gone into the glyph socket here, Blood Drinker. Blood Drinking is fantastic, because I've got this to level, what level is it now? I can't remember. Level 19, 21's the max, okay? So you can see here, it's giving me right now 20.7 extra damage, 207 armor, 9 dex and 19 willpower. Okay, so what it's doing is bonusing all the magic nodes, the blue nodes in this area. So it's boning all this up. So all this extra damage and damage reduction. Oh, that's a lot of damage and that's a lot of armor. That's great. So yeah, just come up down this way here, grabbed all the extra damage and all that, all the extra resistances and all that. And I didn't unlock the secondary part of this because I'm not using Fortify in this build. Blood Orbs, 45 you 7% your maximum life. Not using Blood Orbs in this build, so don't worry about doing the secondary there. Okay, then I went up, and now because we're using pets, excuse me, we want to go over to the Cult Leader Paragon board next, guys, okay? Now I've unlocked this, so we're getting 45% more pet damage because it applies for each type, okay? So we get 45% extra pet damage. So I come up here first, and I went to the right, rotate this board guys to the right, put the glyph socket here, okay? And then you want to use Dead Razor. Now Dead Razor is an absolutely fantastic glyph. It's so, so good. So if we read this out quickly, Paragon nodes within range gain up to 76% at the moment, because I haven't got it maxed out yet, to their minion damage and damage reduction modifiers, okay? And because I've got the intelligence bonus and everything like that, and it's because it's level 15, it's got the extra radius as well, so you can get more on the map. And you see right now, look, 24.5 damage reduction for your minions and 26.6 minion damage as well. And plus you get the stacking buff as well. Whenever your minions deal damage to an enemy, that enemy takes 1% increased damage from you and your minions, up to 12% for 10 seconds. There's a lot of extra damage going out, guys. So look, all these nodes here are like massively bonus from Dead Razor. So good, man. Of course, the damage as well on top. Lovely. So once I grabbed this, then I went up here to grab Cult Leader. And then we went up here to progress to the next board. The next board I'm using is the Bone Graph one, okay? In enemies with bone skills increases your damage by 1% and your maximum essence by 3 for 8 seconds, and this stacks up to 8% increased damage and 24 maximum essence as well. Okay, so I came down to this first. You can see I went down the Paragon board here, came down here, and I grabbed the Critical Strike with Bone straight away. I still need a little bit more dex on my board. I'm still leveling up. I've still got 70 levels to go, but soon I can get the extra 2% crit as well, just naturally because I'm going to the next boards very, very soon. And grabbed all this good stuff here, all this crit, and go back here. Then I've unlocked the Bone Graft. And now I've come up this way, and I've quickly grabbed all this calcified stuff as well. I'm still a little bit short on the decks at the moment. Like I said, I'm grabbing the decks along as I'm going out the Paragon board at the moment. And yeah, so let's crit strike with bone skills. Look how much crit strike this is. The bone skill damage. This is really, really worth unlocking. So as I get that a little bit more dex now, 16 points out, guys, I get an extra 15% crit strike damage with bone skills. Ooh, it's going to hit even harder. It's already crit for 600 grand, guys, already, man. So when I was at this point here, I now went up to here. Now, this is super, super important to make this build work, guys. You'll be tempted to go up to the glyph next. Don't do that straight away. Come here quickly and grab all these essence nodes, guys. Look at this. Look, 16 maximum essence, 2 essence on kill. Doesn't sound much, but that essence on kill, when you're blasting the whole screen of mobs, you know, with the bone spear and your pets, it gives you tons of essence back. It's super, super good. Then you got maximum essence here, essence on kill, maximum essence on kill, and maximum essence. So all these help your build massively when you're clearing tons of monsters. Just recharges your power super quick. Then when I was done that, guys, I come across here, grabbed these nodes here, and now went towards the next glyph point, okay? Went up this way here, went here, grabbed all these good stuff here. I need to get another point, actually. Grab some of these other stuff. Yeah, I'm a little bit low. Okay, so grab this one here, bone skill damage, and damage to crowd-controlled enemies. Yeah, we'll go over that in just a sec. And then I went up here and I've unlocked the next glyph, okay? Now, guys, the one you want to use is Control. Control glyph is so freaking strong. It's so good. You can see here, look, 72.9 damage to crowd-controlled enemies, okay? So as soon as we cast Decrepify on the monsters, they're crowd control. So there's not much setup time you have to do on this build, you know? You literally cast Decrepify, then throw a Bone Spear. And most of the time, if he's going to die in one hit anyway, unless they're a really strong monster, that's when you use the tendrils. We'll go over the rotation in a sec. Okay, and then it says here, you and your minions deal 10% increased damage to slowed or chilled. Okay, we're doing slow with the Decrepify. We're doing chill with the mages as well. Or instead, 20% increased damage to stunned or frozen enemies. We're doing stun from Decrepify as well. It's got a chance to stun. And so as the tendrils as well, guaranteed stun. And frozen is from the mages. It's absolutely great. So it just makes them go bang. Makes them die so quick. So it's great. So for every 5 intelligence you purchase within range, you deal, at the moment for me, 9.1 increased damage to crowd control targets. So I've still got to pick up the rest of the intelligence buffs yet on this board as I Paragon up. And this is such a huge damage multiplier. It's absolutely nuts. So power this up, guys, as soon as you can, man. It's really good, man. Really good. Okay, guys, so for the last board, like I said, I'm only 87 yet. I'm probably going to go, let's have a quick look. Flesh Eater is quite nice. Because if you consume corpses, you get an extra 40% increased damage for 6 seconds, which we can do, which we're doing all the time in the rotation. But more importantly, look, there's a lot of crit strike stuff here. Look, critical strike damage to injured enemies, there's damage to elites, you know. There's a lot of good stuff here we could do for the last Paragon board. Let's go to the next one. Center Death ain't too bad as well. While you got at least 2 corpses nearby, you gain 15% damage reduction. With no corpse, you gain an extra 15% increased damage. And then you got this here, guys. Look, there's more. We want CHD stuff, basically. So, look, there's another critical strike corrective, 15% critical strike damage. That's really nice. There's Ruin there, like another 15% critical strike damage. Damage to healthy enemies there as well. So, I don't know yet. It's either Center Death for me, or maybe Flesh Eater for the last Paragon board. But as I level up, guys, and test it out, I'll, of course, get this updated, okay? Right then, guys, last part is gear, and obviously show the build in action. So, let's quickly go over the gear then. Right then, guys, here we go. So, helmet, guys. Obviously, you want to have the Bone Spear helm, hopefully. But Bone Spear leaves echoes as it travels that explode, okay? And I was lucky enough to get one of these. I did have an older one, but this was dropped for me the other day at level 80 Ancestral. Let's go! Which is nice. So, basically, as a Bone Spear travels, it does explosions as well, which adds even more damage. This helmet, guys, also adds armor, physical damage, which helps your Bone Spear, critical strike damage with bone skills, of course, which is basically Bone Spear, which is great. And maximum essence as well. This one didn't roll too bad, actually. I actually got perfect physical on this one, which is pretty good. Very high bone skills as well. Lovely. Right, guys, chest plate. Okay, so I am using imprinted here with the Blizzard. Okay, so my mages will cast Blizzard on the targets. That will freeze them. That will help proc control glyph that we saw earlier. And this one I've got bone skill damage, obviously, because we're doing more DPS. Maximum life, I absolutely love. Extra armor, guys. I can't stress how good armor is in Diablo 4. armor is king right now, and physical damage makes our spears hit even harder, okay? For gloves, I'm using Edge Masters. Skills deal up to 20% increased damage based on your available primary resource when cast, and receive the maximum benefit when you have full primary resource. So when you've got a full mana bar, you do that one initial spear, that's when you see that massive crit. It's going to go bang, you know. You can change this out for pet attack speed if you want to make your pets proc the Ring of Mendelin, which we'll go over it in a sec. Pants, guys, I absolutely love the armor aspect. This thing is so good. You gain up to 50% points of 50 armor for 4 seconds when you deal any form of damage, and it stacks up, which is great. So this thing just keeps you alive. It's great. At the moment, I've got willpower, damage reduction from close enemies, damage reduction while I'm fortified, which is very, very important, and damage reduction while I'm injured. Damage while you're injured, guys, saves you so much, by the way. Damage reduction while injured is great. I always try to have at least 2 rolls of my gear, normally in my legs and my boots. Talking about boots, guys, it's so important to have movement speed. Okay? Oh, God, I finally got some good boots. And I've actually got a half-decent movement speed roll. I can't stress how much movement speed saves you in Diablo 4. It's not like Diablo 3 where you've got Paragon points to give you that movement speed. You have to get it on your gear. So definitely go movement speed. Damage reduction while injured again, guys, is great. I've got dodge in this one, which I didn't really want, but it's got essence cost reduction, which is very, very important, so you can chuck out more spears. And then printing, guys, on this is maximum skeletal warriors. The more skeletal warriors we have, the faster they can generate corpses using the Reaper scythes. Weapon, guys, here we go. So this is the main imprint that gives you a lot of your damage. Bone Spear's primary attack makes enemies hit beyond the first vulnerable, okay, for 4.8 seconds out of 5. So this one's a little bit off top. Okay, so this is how we're proccing vulnerable just by casting Bone Spear initially. It's really, really good. And bone shards from the Bone Spear. So when the spear goes at the edge of the string and it comes back, all the extra shards will have exploded. Deal an extra 215 up to 225 bonus damage to vulnerable enemies and pierce them as well, which is disgusting. So once you got this, guys, it just wrecks. Okay, make sure you use the emeralds in the weapon for more critical strike damage versus vulnerable. I'm using a mixture of fortification gems, so topazes and sapphires at the moment, because most of the time in this game you're crowd controlled all the time, which is really frustrating. So make sure, guys, you have at least a couple of topazes in your armor to give you damage reduction while controlled impaired. So when you're frozen, slowed, you're stunned, etc., etc., it really can actually save you really well, especially with the damage reduction from injured on top as well. Lovely. Right, let's go to jewelry, guys. Always use skulls in your jewelry, guys, because armor is king. Okay, armor is king right now unless they change it. And in my amulet, guys, we've imprinted the ossified essence key passive. It also increases your critical strike damage of your bone skills by 1% per essence above 50, up to 60%. Necromancer, right? Okay, so the more essence you have, the better this becomes. I'm currently on 158, which ain't too bad. Brilliant. For stats, guys, again, if you can, try to get movement speed on the amulet. I've been re-rolling this one like crazy. I think it's up to about 4 million a re-roll right now. But yeah, just make sure you hopefully got movement speed, summoning damage, and bone skill damage. Okay, now this one's got armor, so just keep re-rolling this one. Hopefully I can get that movement speed in there soon. Really frustrating, man. Next ring, guys, here we go. So this one is imprinted, okay, with the tendrils bonus. Now this imprint is so good, guys, for this skill here, man. Read this, look. Imprinted, gain up to 20% crit for 6 seconds when you cast corpse tendrils. 20% crit. And also you deal up to 60% bonus critical strike damage to enemies damaged by corpse tendrils. So this is your main rotation item, okay? So when you tendril everything in, cast some spears into it, guys, things die so quick. It's absolutely nutty. It's great. Okay, so this ring ain't that good. Unfortunately, I've got no bone skills on it at the moment, guys, but it'll do for now. It's got vulnerable in it, damage to distant, and a bit of HP. I'm still re-rolling it, still looking for that GG ring. But yeah, it hits very, very hard. It's great. Then, guys, I finally farmed a Ring of Mendelin. After all this time, I actually found another one today as well. It wasn't quite as good as this one, though. The Ring of Mendelin, guys, is a unique ring for the Necromancer. Make sure melee attacks for your pets explode. Okay, it's absolutely nuts, man. It has built-in lucky hit chance, which is super important to make this proc. Then it's got minion attack speed, maximum minion life, keeps your boys alive, and a bit of thorns as well. Then you quickly read this out. While you have 7 or more minions, which you have in this particular build, lucky hit, up to 10% chance to empower all your minions, causing the next attack from each of them to explode from anything from 14 to 19k. This one's a level 18, that's upgraded to level 5 of physical damage as well. Okay, now Your pets won't proc this passively. You need to cast a spell to do it. So this is why I've got on my gloves, guys, lucky hit chance. Okay, so we've got lucky hit chance here on the ring passively, and on my gloves. Okay, and on my gloves as well. So as much lucky hit as you can, because the pets just melee in, they won't proc it. They won't proc it. You need to cast your bone spear. You're going to be casting all this all the time anyway. So the lucky hits will proc, and your pet's melee will explode, man. They just wreck the screen, and it's super, super cool to see, man. It's great. It's well good. Also, guys, really important rolls on the gloves. Like, apart from lucky hit, I can't stress how important attack speed is in Diablo 4. It's really important, man, because when you're summoning corpses and you're recharging your power, this attack speed roll, guys, helps you so much. And also, use a potion as well. I don't think I've got one crafted at the moment. There's a attack speed potion you can craft as well. Always use the attack speed craft potion, guys. It's just so good. It just lets you resurrect your corpses super quick, recharge your power, and just makes the whole flow of the gameplay much easier. Okay, I've got bone spear ranks on here as well, and currently all stats you can have bone skills critical HD, man, on gloves as well. And I've got all stats in the moment because it's just helped me a little bit as I level up. But yeah, attack speed, guys, really important. And so is lucky chance on sheer gloves. Definitely try to get that roll. Lovely. Okay, guys. I think I've shown everything, haven't I? Yeah, so let's go do a quick nightmare dungeon. What's this one here? 46. I've done 51 with this build so far. But just for, like, rotational stuff, we'll just do this one here. This is what I've got. Poison damage, enrage, cold. Yeah, we'll give this a go. I might die a bit, but it'll be fine. I'm playing softcore, so it doesn't matter. Right, here we go. By port here. Oh, by the way, guys, in the future update of D4, they're going to make it so we can port directly into Nightmare Dungeons, which is going to be a great change. Alright, let's run over. Look at that tree of whispers, man. That look good. Looks sick, guys. Looks sick. Alright, let's get in the old horsey quick running over there, and I'll show you some of the rotations. It's really easy, man. Really easy rotation. But guys, I'm enjoying Diablo 4 so much, man. Like, so much. I can't wait to see what happens next, like next season, and all the updates, buffs, nerfs over the next 10 years. Oh, by the way, guys, I've finally done all the Lilith statues as well. I did absolutely all of them. All that lovely main state. It's really worth doing. Just Google Diablo 4 live map. Shows all the Lilith statues. I think some have got a tracker as well. And, yeah, get those Lilith statues done, guys, because the main stat from that will follow over into seasonal play. So, you got to do Lilith statues, okay? You're going to be missing out a lot of stat otherwise. Oh, mobs around here? Alright, let's go. Go to normal veins. Let's just jump up here. There we go, guys. Home sweet home. Let's pop a potion. Doesn't really matter what we pop. I don't know. There you go. Right, here we go. Alright, guys. Rotation is really easy. The first spell you need to cast, excuse me, is Decrepify. Okay, because straight away it's going to debuff and slow everything for 10 seconds. So this has got a 20% damage reduction buff and 40% slow, and that's going to help proc. Let's quickly go over to the Paragon trait. This is going to help proc your main damage node here, Control. Okay? So as soon as everything's slowed, chilled, or frozen or stunned, it's going to proc that super quick. Okay? Let's go find a monster quickly. There you go. So you slow, spear. 300,000 crit. And that's without the tendril setup. Okay, let's keep going. Again, curse. Spear, now cast tendrils. Everything gets sucked in. Hadouken! And everything's dead. Okay? Now when you're on this point here, now with your buffed attack speed, especially from potion and hopefully on your gloves, we're now back at full power. Nice. If it's just like these easy mobs, you know, you don't have to do the full rotation. Honestly, most of the time, you can literally just cast Bone Spear naturally like this, guys. Look. And it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely crazy, man. He fucking slaps. He slaps, guys. He slaps. This is ridiculous. Look. Boom. I haven't even tried this in PvP yet. This must be hilarious in PvP. Okay, so this fight, go find a little tendril. Group them all up. Boom. Look. It's just carnage, guys. Look. Absolute carnage. Look. And now I'm replacing the pets that died, or healing them, and that's recharging my power super quick. If I had a attack speed potion, guys, we'll be casting so quickly. Like, so quickly. Let's go find one of these gatekeepers. Show it on a stronger monster. But look at that, look, just one cast. Look, just killed him, guys. There you go, there's a boss. Told the golem to go into taunt. Tendrils up, and do the rotation. Boom. Watch out for the fire guy. You get this fire pulse, guys. Just hit your blood mist. You get out of it, and he's dead. Absolutely nuts, man. Isn't it good? It's so good. Challenge try, guys. So we've got perma bone spears now. Look, just cast them out. But remember, just always cast. Decapify first. Debuff them, slow them down. And go in there, guys, and you can just go slap. It's really, really fun, man. Really, really fun. But like I said earlier, make sure you get those movement speed buffs on your boots and on your amulet, because it just makes it just so much easier than plodding about. Also, guys, remember you can send in your golem to taunt as well. Look at these damage numbers. Look, my God, it destroys. Absolutely destroys. It's so good. But like general trash, you know, like I said, you can literally just cast Decrepify once, and yeah, just watch everything die. It's really, really good. Let's go find another elite pack. There's one. Let's kill this easy guy here. Look. Bang, bang, bang. It's crazy, man. It's so good. Right. This guy here. Look. Ready? Bang. Cast one spear. Looking for a body. Body spawn, guys. Tendrils. Rotation. Where did that pack go? I think he's dead, boys. I think he's dead. And there you go. And then after the fight, just quickly grab your corpses, heal all your pets, and look at your mana bar shoot up, guys. Super good, man. And there you go, guys. That's all you gotta do, really. So once again, the rotation is for general trash. You can literally just chuck one bone spear. Most stuff will die straight away. But to guarantee it, Decrepify, bone spear. If there are loads of elite packs in the area, send in your golem to get the taunt going off. And he goes in and goes like that, yeah. And then once you've got a body generate from your pets and all that, just cast corpse tendrils onto the body. Then everything gets pulled in, stunned, vulnerable. Then just chuck your spears in, watch the whole screen explode. It's really, really good. That's one thing we need to show actually, is Book of the Dead. Okay, guys, so we're using the Reapers. Okay, Reapers have a 50% chance to carve the flesh of enemies. That's how we get a lot of our corpses. Really good. Then Skeletal Mages, guys, of course, because they're cold mages, they can freeze and slow. Helps proc control glyph. Each time one of your cold mages strike with their primary attack, you gain essence as well. So these guys are giving your essence back. We don't need the vulnerability thing because we're doing that automatically anyway. And then, guys, for Golem, you can have any of your pick, but I highly suggest you take the basic Bone Golem because he has a taunt which can really help you in sticky situations. And as he loses his life, 20% he sheds you a corpse as well. Okay, so you use that corpse to rebuild your army if somehow you lost all of them. And there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the build. It's super, super fun. Definitely check out Bone King, guys. Enjoy the build, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and have fun in Sanctuary, guys. Awesome build, man. Love it. Thanks for watching.